All right, it seems as though I didn't do a good enough job explaining the difference between axis tilt, axis rotation, and your positive axis point. So we're going to try this again. George made an original comment that didn't agree that you couldn't just change your hand and make completely different bowling balls and whatnot. I'm not really honestly sure where he was going with his comment the first time. So I made a video that talked about how your axis tilt doesn't change. Your axis positive axis doesn't really change. And the only thing that changes is your axis rotation. So he commented back and said, so if the same person can throw a spinner consistently and forward roll consistently and a lot of side roll consistently, it changes their axis 1 degree? That's baloney. Now, I'm assuming he's talking about axis rotation, because if you're talking about axis rotation, yes, that is going to change a lot. So let's take this, and we'll say this is your axis point that goes through each side of the ball. This is your positive axis point, which no matter how you change your ball roll and which way, your positive axis point is your positive axis point. It's based on your release. It will change ever so slightly. The things that will change are your axis tilt and your axis rotation. Axis rotation being side to side. When you rotate the ball, being more forward this way to being more sideways this way, that is axis rotation. When you are rolling the full ball this way and you're changing your axis tilt, now the tilt goes up this way and now it's rolling this way, or it goes down and it's rolling this way. It's a different thing. It's much harder to change your axis tilt up and down, which most people are right about here, and they maybe can get it to go to there, and that's about it. Nobody in the world can get their axis tilt without taking their thumb out of the ball. The guys without their thumb, they can get their tilt to go from here to there pretty easily. But most people, and even if you can get it to go from here to here, that doesn't mean you can do it consistently. Most people are not very good at it. I can't name a bowler other than Duke that was able to really do it, and even he, it wasn't his, like, it just wasn't in his repertoire. It wasn't something that he did all the time. So it's difficult to say that a bowler can actually change their axis tilt that much. Now, axis rotation, yeah, you can get it to do this all the time. I mean, that's just literally the difference between changing your hand from here and rotating and leaving and releasing it from here instead. So releasing it from here or releasing it from here off the side. These are the things that changes your axis rotation. But your positive axis, at that point, if this is your positive axis on the side of the ball when you're releasing the ball, right? No matter how you change your hand, it's based on where your hand is on the ball. So that positive axis is always going to be your positive axis. It may change slightly a little bit based on sometimes layout has to do with it. If you got a high flaring layout, if you got a low flaring layout, certain things can have an effect on it, very little. But axis rotation is what really changes a lot. So I hope this clarifies. I mean, I'm not going to go round and round on this because it's kind of silly at this point, but maybe this will actually help somebody understand the difference between axis tilt and axis rotation, right? Okay, so love y'all. See ya.